Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn. Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.
Speaks about. The AG not talking out of VAPs and vacuum. The AG knows what he's speaking about because, Mr. Speaker, in every sector, whether it is in public utilities, they rushed. Mr. Speaker, in CPEP, Crow didn't get an extension for a contract. Western Rollins, not for 1 year, not for 2 years, not for 3 years.
One of the colleagues on the other side.
And the AG knows what he speaks about. The AG not talking out of VAPs and vacuum. The AG knows what he's speaking about because, Mr. Speaker, in every sector, whether it is in public utilities, they rushed. Mr. Speaker, in CPEP, Crow didn't get an extension for a contract. Western Rollins, not for 1 year, not for 2 years, not for 3 years, 6 years, Mr. Speaker, 6 years they extended the contract of one Western Rollins to do their political bidding on the KISO stage. But I want to tell Crow, you could sing this, you could sing that. When it's time to go, your goose cook and it's crow. Yes? So you can go and sing about that too. Go and sing about that too. Mr. Speaker, they could call me the little butcher. They could call me the member for Vancouver South. They could call me whatever they want. The facts will not change the facts that the members opposite saw billions of dollars go down the drain under their tenure.
One of the colleagues on the other side took it upon himself to make some parliamentary remarks about me. In his delivery of a speech with respect to his internal election. Mr. Speaker, if I can mention it, I would. He said that I was Duncy, Mr. Minister. But let me ask you this, Mr. Minister. Mr. Speaker, to me, Duncy is knowing that rain is about to fall in June and you fail to clean the waterways and cause the place to flood. And Mr. Speaker, Duncy is when you know you're in charge of WASA and you want to know why the water pressure so low, you didn't check the leaks. That is Duncy. And Mr. Speaker, Duncy, to me, is the complete neglect of citizens to tell them they have to tighten their belts. And then you give them 4% and you take over 40%. Mr. Speaker, Duncy to me is when you shut down the refinery in Petrotrade. Instead of trying to implement initiatives to cut costs and to increase productivity and efficiency. That is what it is. And for my Prime Minister, I would want my Prime Minister to explain this nonsense to me. Nonsense is calling early election and getting leaks 26. One of the colleagues on the other side.
I tell all the Parliament board people, I tell all the Parliament excited now, boy. Let a man talk. Let the man talk. We're all about the man talking. Yeah, sat here mispronouncing the words and that kind of thing. The man talking, he talking in the old style, but boy, you never 6 yesterday, day before, you know. Before that, Barry Padarat, that little clip that you saw there where he spoke about Crow with CPEP contract and thing. That was coming out to the end of his contribution. The full contribution that Barry Padarat spoke about yesterday, he went in to talk about, I think it was the Public Utilities Ministry, because remember he's Minister of Public Utilities now. And remember, the member for Diego Martin Northeast, was moved from Ministry of Finance to Public Utilities. And he spoke about a $1.3 million spend, because apparently when that individual got there, they wanted the whole office, I don't know, renovated or something or the other. And they brought in, they spent like, it was a 30 by 30 office, and he says $60,000 was spent for a design for a 30 by 30 office, and another $40,000 for something else. And then they wanted a coffee station and a tea station. The coffee station cost, I think, $13,000. The tea station cost $12,000. Then he bring in paintings, and the cost of the paintings was less than the cost to hang up the paintings. Let me put it that way. It was ridiculous. And coming down to the end there, he spoke about that is what the Attorney General knows what he's talking about, because they're sending all these files to the Attorney General. Now, we have Behind the Badge coming up this morning at 6:30, and we do have Pastor John in the second hour, so you know, I'm trying to squeeze in what I could squeeze in the meantime. Now, on the issue of these exorbitant or ridiculous expenses that were incurred just a few months or in the lead up to the general election, Philip Watts, you have the headline with Philip Watts there. Before I put up, remember people, you could pick up your news here at a newsstand near you, and lots of things in the news this morning, including the tactical and K9 units for the Piarco International Airport, and 3 held after a yacht intercepted in Portugal. Cops helped DEA in $175 million cocaine bust. That is in the paper this morning on the front page. You could pick up your news there, you could buy it, you could get a read, and find out what else is in the news there. I don't have time to go through that this morning. However, we will get to the K9 unit being deployed at the airport when we talk to Acting ASP Pitt in just a little bit. All right? But yeah, give me the Philip Watts headline now. Let me get straight to that now. That's the headline saying Squandermania under Foster. Right? I just go and read it. I don't have time. So, in this article, it says there was reckless mismanagement, squandermania, and wanton misuse and abuse of public funds at the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service during the tenure of former Minister Foster Cummings, now a PNM Senator, and the newly re-elected PNM General Secretary. And this was stated by Minister of Sport and Youth Affairs, Philip Watts, who revealed yesterday that Cummings hired 61 persons, many well-known PNM affiliates, on short-term contracts between the period January to April of this year without proper process. And contributing to the motion to adopt the report of the Standing Finance Committee in the House of Representatives, Watts, who defeated Cummings in the constituency of La Orquita Talparo, said there was a glaring pattern of misuse of public funds for partisan gain masquerading as governance. He said he has referred the file to the Attorney General. So not only has Barry Padarat referred a file or files to the Attorney General as it relates to, questionable expenses or expenditure in the lead up to the general election, but so too has Minister of Sport Philip Watts. He said Cummins usurped the authority of the accounting officer, which is the permanent secretary, the person who should hire in the hiring process, since the minister is not empowered to hire anyone. He said at the then Ministry of Youth Development and National Services, there was a surge in short-term hiring from January 2025 right up to the eve of the general election. And the former minister was busy doling out short-term contracts to a parade of PNM party faithfuls and political operatives in the thick of a general election campaign. All right, this is the sweeping that he was engaged in, he said, referring to the well-known PNM song, Sweeping Time. Mr. Speaker, the facts are damning. The following are just a few of the PNM officials who were shamelessly recruited and remunerated with taxpayers' dollars, 61 of them. And what the accounting officer in the ministry told me when I started to go through this file is that most of them will not qualify for the position for which they were hired. And should I call names, he asked. As his colleagues urged him to do so, Watt said, all you hear these names, Anthony Garcia, former Minister of Education, was appointed as the technical advisor for youth training at a cost of $23,600 per month. Anthony Garcia, Lord Father. Mr. Kwesi Robinson, former chairman of the Tunapuna and Piarco Regional Corporation and known PNM social media officer on the outgoing PNM executive, employed at $22,000 a month. Ms. Laurel Lazama Leasing, former PNM senator and PRO of the Central Executive of the PNM, and now the outgoing education officer of the PNM, appointed to the program, appointed as program coordinator for youth in business at a cost of $22,000 a month. But what is interesting, Mr. Speaker, I was also told by the accounting officer that they never saw Ms. Laurel Azama on the job for not even a day. She wouldn't come to work, but oh God, she's just wouldn't too. I know Marvin Gonzalez, Alexander referred to him as just wouldn't, but look like another just wouldn't. She wouldn't come to work. One of his colleagues quipped. Mr. Speaker, we have another one from my constituency, Raquel Bissoon, a very interesting person, a PNM local government candidate and a youth league member employed as a program coordinator for community fresh vegetable and produce shade house at $22,000 a month. We have Indial Young, former PNM senator, technical coordinator, youth health and career caravan at a cost of $16,000 a month. This said gentleman, I would have seen a timesheet showing me that he is not coming to work for days. But I saw Rhoda Bharat stating that we fired him in the ministry. He technically fired himself because he abandoned the job. We have Mr. Anisha Bish, former PNM San Fernando East PRO and Youth League officer, hired at $22,000 a month. Mr. Clyde Paul, former mayor from Port of Spain, former mayor from Point Fortin, also on the payroll. Mr. Kobe Sandy, an alderman from the Point Fortin Borough Corporation. What we see here is a glaring pattern of the misuse of public funds for partisan gains masquerading as governance. It is nothing short of disgraceful, what said, to loud table thumping. What said somehow short-term contracts were awarded for a select few in pursuit of electoral advantage. What is troubling about these contracts is that they were not approved by the accounting officer in the ministry. These short-term contracts issued to PNM officials in the month leading up to the 2025 general election were not approved by the accounting officer in the ministry. It was approved by the former minister. Mr. Speaker, I have taken that file and given it to the Attorney General, what said. All right. So, it doesn't go on for too long after that, just two more paragraphs, but you get the gist. And this has been the claim and the conversation that the current administration has been bringing to the fore about a lot of these short-term appointments. So obviously, your money, your taxpayers' dollars, the money that they couldn't give you for flood relief, when your house gets flooded out, when they was crying and bawling, we had no money. The money that they spent there, and then they turn around, as Alexander said, and they give you 4%, and the CPO wasn't budgeting, and they were saying they can't give you any more than that. All of these things didn't matter because the feeding frenzy had to continue. And well, we go feed, leading right up to the election. And this is why your $60 billion budget has been exhausted at the midterm stage, which is unbelievable. That is unacceptable. There is no excuse for that. And you could see why. And I am very sure there is going to be a lot of short-term contracts that were handed out. I'm sure we're going to be hearing about some of those things as well, you know, because that's another part of the thing that occurs. When you're leading up to the election, it's all kind of short-term, all kind of quick contract that's handed out. And that is to the tune of millions of dollars. Barry Padarat, in his contribution yesterday, well, I had to go and listen about Barry Padarat. That was just the end of it. But when he explained what went on with that office at Public Utilities, for the member for Diego Martin Northeast, when he mentioned that, and he went through and he gave all, listen, and at no point in time did the member get up on any standing order. Unbelievable. Anyway, we're 17 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. I'm going to take a few calls. We have about 4 minutes. I have 4 minutes to take some calls, maybe 5 minutes to take some calls, and then we're going to get to behind the badge, where we're going to find out about the K9 unit being deployed at the airport, along with some other things that took place over the last 24 to 48 hours. So we're going to the phone lines, 327-7400. You know, you can weigh in on the conversation and give me your thoughts on, you know, a lot of what you're hearing coming out of the Parliament right now from those in the government as they, you know, keep tabs on on the former administration and what took place under them. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man.
A lot of unnecessary spending took place that they will investigate and find. But something has happened yesterday in the Senate. 9 so-called independent senators joined with the PNM
with the opposition, yeah.
To make it 15. So it is amazing that 9 independent thinkers appointed by the president could think the same way. And if that is the pattern to come, then it's a frightening thing, because no matter that requires a constitutional majority will be passed, because the 9 independent is not independent. They are PNM. And that's something we have to look at.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, thanks a lot. I saw that you have 9 independent senators appointed by the president, and all of them agreed with the opposition on the Children Life Fund bill. Hello, good morning.
Stefan, morning. Stefan, I tell you, I don't know why they just remove this thing called independent and put them as PNM and done. But I must say, see, boy, I must say I'm enjoying the little parliament these days. It's really entertaining. I'm enjoying it. Understand?
Yep.
Alexander had me weak. Yeah, he had me weak. But on a serious note, I think the PNM and them, Stefan, I don't know, boy. These people have no shame. Understand? Why you need to spend all this money for? Whether it's 107,000 or whether it's $1 million and something. Why do you have to spend all that money to outfit an office for? And you just because you get transfer from the ministry. Well, one to the former office of the Public Utilities Minister. What's wrong with our office?
Apparently, it was not up to. It was not. It was not worthy of the emperor.
Stefan, no, well, I don't know if I don't know if you can get a chance to find out, because I want to find out this. Is the permanent secretaries who's supposed to be the accounting officers in these ministries?
Hello? Oh God, I lost him there, no? Yeah, go ahead. Just repeat what you said quickly. No. Hello?
Because
Oh, God, you're breaking up. How'd it go? We can't stick this morning. You're breaking up. Yeah, morning. Hello?
Morning, Stefan. How you going?
Yeah, man. What's going on, Barakpur? Talk to us.
Right. Stefan, I would really like to hear from one of those diehard PNM supporters, the ones who just go and line up in the rain for hours to get a little hamper and food card and thing. The ones who just go in the meeting and stay there and listen to them for hours. When they hear the kind of salary these people just be getting, and they just had to fight off a little CPEP work and a URP work and try to make ends meet. I really want to talk to some people who born PNM and die PNM to try to understand how they just think and what it is they're using or what it is they're eating or drinking to make them so dedicated. Because I'm going to bottle that and give women and thing, men and thing who unfaithful to start to use that so they're going to be dedicated. They don't have no strain or anything like that. They would die to be in that and follow that that cult. Have a good morning, Stefan.
No problem. Lord Father, have mercy. Oh, God, Lord Father. Oh, God, let me take this one. I'll try to squeeze. I'll try to squeeze about 2 more. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stefan. Morning. How you doing, man?
Hi there, cool man. Go ahead, talk to us.
Yeah, I want to say the PNM forget, right? That Rowley-led PNM and its members forget that they did one thing to Trinidad and Tobago, which is they allow us to appreciate anybody else except them, right? So if Alexander never say a word in Parliament, because for years we had to deal with men who were men of many words. They're very articulate.
Yeah.
And all they could say is a woman like a golf course, that the citizen was the problem and that my work is not to keep you safe. So if even though Alexander can't speak, if he never say a word in Parliament or give an interview to the press, once he get the job done, like I see he and the new commissioner introduced a 24-hour tactical K9 unit in the airport.
Yeah.
You see those kinds of things. When we see in those kinds of things, we could be here bound to talk, and just let him do your work.
Okay.
Right? I'll listen off here.
All right, man, no problem. Yeah, I think what people want is performance. People want old talk. People don't want old talk. We don't have time for old talk. You understand what I'm saying? Let me take this one here finally from Suriname. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Stefan.
Morning, man. What's up, man? Talk to us.
Brother, here what government come, government go. It's the same thing, same old talk, same chastising, same areas identified as corruption. All one set of talk, but nobody making a deal. No one assets are being held. Nobody's banking accounts are being frozen. Only talk. We want actions. We suffered enough for the past 10 years. Let us get something happening, please. Let us please get something happening. We want to see somebody make a deal. You understand? That's the satisfaction we want, Stefan.
All right, no problem. Cool, man.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. That's Suriname on the inside. So I'm going to take a pause. We got acting ASP Pitt coming up after the break. But let me tell you, see when the last caller said, yeah, I think people want to see somebody get locked up. It has been decades upon decades upon decades upon decades that we have seen the abuse of funds, public funds, the mismanagement of public funds. I think people are just totally fed up. And I think John Jeremy is not joking when he says he is here to investigate and prosecute, right? And prosecute white-collar crime. You understand? And I think he's very serious about it. I don't think he's bluffing. Especially when he's standing and he's pointing at, I will go to war with you, I will go to war with you, I will go to war with you. I think he's very serious. As a former PNM Attorney General as well, I think he was sitting on the fence, and I think he just saw what was taking place in the country and he had it up to his neck. and he decided, well, listen, you see this wrongs? Yeah, somebody had a feeling this wrongs, and I would not be surprised if he does investigate and prosecute somebody, because he don't seem to be bluffing. He seems to be very, very serious about it. Very serious about it. And I think it's what the last caller said. We fed up on the talk. It's time for action. You understand? So if people are to feel it, the brunt of the law, let them feel the brunt of the law. Because it can't be for the small man alone. It had to be for everybody. Right? Anyway. We got to go to the break, but as we prepare to do so, just a few things that I must mention as we go to the break here. We'll get to behind the badge when we return, and we'll find out from Pitt about the K9 unit that has been deployed at the Piarco International Airport, along with some other things. But we want to introduce the Keolic range of products, which is backed by science and has over 900 scientific research and clinical trials. It's made from aged garlic extract, which is organically grown and aged without heat to convert the harsh and unstable organosulfur compounds in garlic into odorless, non-irritating, and bioavailable compounds. Now, you could try any of the products in the Keolic range and be amazed at the results. The Keolic Cleanse and Digestion, the Keolic Blood Pressure Health, the Keolic Cholesterol Health, Keolic Total Heart Health, and the Keolic Circulation Health. And they are all proven to be effective in sustaining healthy levels, and all include the aged garlic extract formulation. They also have the Keo Green Powdered Drink Mix and the Keodophilus Probiotics. All right, so get the Keolic range of products at pharmacies and health stores across the country, or for more information, you can WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338, and you will get all the details you need right there. Also, Chef Shiraz. Let us not forget that Chef Shiraz has two things happening. One of which is the Certificate in Culinary Arts program, which will start on the 29th of July. So you can get yourself signed up for that. I'll give you the number in just a little bit, because we also have to talk about the buffet that's happening this Sunday. And this is the Father's Day buffet menu. And it happens Sunday, 29th of June, from 12 noon to 2:30 p.m. Live entertainment by Chris Garcia. Ramsing Plaza in Chagonas is the place to be, at the Culinary Canvas Kitchen Studio. And $350 is the price for adults, and children under the age of 13, $175. Now, to book your seat for the Father's Day buffet menu, you can call Chef or WhatsApp him on 3724639 or 7375097. Do so now. This is also a fundraiser. All right, so make sure and support. You all know Chef is a good one. He deserves the support. And I'm also going to tell you about Elders. So Elders is saying very simple. If you're not happy with your child's end of term results, don't worry, enroll them in Elders Vacation Bootcamp classes, and let's get them serious about their education and improve those grades for the new school term. Also, Elders has the 8 weeks conversational Spanish class that is open to students who just finished SEA, also forms 1 to 5 students and adults. So, you can give them a call and get yourself registered on 627-8642, or you could WhatsApp them on 715-5480. You can also visit them at 48A Pembroke Street in Port of Spain. That is Elders, and it is the Vacation Classes man. Boot camp. Yeah. So we take the break. When we come back, Acting ASP Pitt will join us. Stay tuned for that and much more.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
No time to waste this vacation. Join Elders Classes Vacation Bootcamp.
Our vacation program has a wide range of CSEC subjects. Also, this vacation, we have an 8 weeks conversational Spanish course. Tradition allows us at Elders to pass on what we know and what we love.
Drill them this vacation. No kicks. Join your batch.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready to celebrate a legend and say thank you, Sparrow. This will be the ultimate tribute to the Calypso King of the world.
Education, education, this is the foundation.
Be part of an unforgettable night of music, memories, and magic as some of his younger proteges take the stage to honor and say thank you, Sparrow.
This is no time to say you are federating no more.
All happening Friday, July 25th at the iconic Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah. Showtime, 7:30 p.m. Tickets $300 and $250. But first edition tickets bought by Monday, June 30th cost $75 less.
For more info, call 491-1802.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle from the first restaurant in 1968 when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Elevate 2025 University Fair, Trinidad. This is more than just a fair. It's a space to connect, to ask real questions, to upskill and transform your future. Meet top universities from the UK, USA, Canada, and Caribbean, plus local institutions, companies and establishments, dignitaries and Caribbean alumni. Hear from a team that gets you real advice, real opportunities and real success stories. Just a community pushing you higher. Benefit from university placements, admission guidance, career networking, scholarships, insider tips and mentorship. AJ Academic Agency has invested in your success from application to alumni. Join us Sunday the 6th of July 2025 at the Hilton Trinidad from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Entry is free. Elevate your options. Elevate your network. Elevate your future. Visit ajacademicagency.com to learn more.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. Reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Hey! All you let we go Vincy Mass this year. I don't hear everybody talking about the vibes, the all-inclusive party, the juve, the street parade, and the competitions in pan, mass, and calypso. And don't talk about soca monarch. It's real bad. And to top it off, Vincy Mass is easy on the pocket, but it's classy and very safe. So all you let we go Vincy Mass this year is June 27th to July 8th, and we in that.
Book your tickets and accommodations early. For more information, email info@vincymass.vc or find them on IG at Vincy_Mass, on Facebook at Vincy Mass, or log on to www.vincymass.vc.
Let we go Vincy Mass 2025!
All right, people, so we're 22 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. And for the next, taking us up to the top, we got Acting ASP Pitt with us. Just before we go to Acting ASP Pitt, I want to run you that news report that came out yesterday. Fellas, give me the TTT now. This is courtesy TTT.
Sanctity of this, and if we cannot protect this sanctity of this space, then we would have failed.
Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara pointed to the critical need for measures to be implemented at Trinidad's major gateway, the Piarco International Airport. On Tuesday afternoon, he announced the implementation of a 24-hour tactical and canine security deployment at the airport, citing recent security incidents.
This initiative is not a standalone measure. It is part of a broader strategy, one that integrates intelligence, interagency cooperation, and community trust. Our canine units are trained not only in detection, but in deterrence. And our tactical officers are not just responders, they are guardians of a new standard.
The move follows two high-profile incidents in recent time, a deadly shooting in April just outside the arrival gate and an armed robbery in June inside the airport. Commissioner Guevara said the move marks a significant escalation in efforts to secure TNT's primary aviation gateway and put an end to incidents experienced in the past months.
Police operating within the airport space, where we would be able to detect offenses immediately, deter persons who may wish to commit acts of heinous violence upon our citizens and visitors when they come to our shores. And the canine presence would serve as a deterrent to persons who may wish to utilize traveling through the airport to traffic narcotics and firearms.
Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander praised the initiative, calling it a showcase of the nation's readiness.
When the law enforcement take this type of stand, not just to protect its citizens, but to inform the criminal element that enough is enough, it speaks volume. It speaks to the mere existence of persons who's wondering what tomorrow brings.
And he noted the critical need for such an initiative, which is being deployed on a 24/7 basis.
When persons arrive from whatever destination they came from and they are leaving, this is the showcase of Trinidad and Tobago. What happens here, persons believe, exists here.
The deployment is already operational, with tactical officers and canine units patrolling the airport's terminals and perimeter. Sonolala, TTT News.
And if we cannot...
All right, so the K9 unit has been deployed. We want to bring in acting ASP Pitt to give us a little more, well, we could get a little in depth with it. Pitt, morning to you, man.
Pleasant morning, Stefan. Pleasant morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
All right.
Thanks for
Well, Pitt, I, for one, a couple years ago, was introduced to this K9 unit, and I have seen the demos done by the team in terms of the capability of these K9s and what they can do. So this tactical K9 unit that has been deployed at the airport now, and I would have thought that this would have existed before. But
well, from time to time, the K9 officers previously were utilized at the airport, but what you are observing here is something that will be taking place at a much more sustained level. So it's not just call for service, if you would call it that, but you heard the Commissioner also refer to the deterrence factor. So yes, you may have seen K9 officers at the airport, and even customs officers are also equipped with K9 as well. But now we are looking at a more sustained, structured effort.
Okay. Now, how is this unit going to be effective? When we talk about the two incidents that took place at the airport recently, just two of them in the space of about 6 weeks, we had a shooting, right? A murder. And then we had a robbery, right? So just give us a little insight as to how effective this unit can be against crimes like that.
Good. Well, fortunately, it's not just the K9 officers alone. We will also have the sustained efforts of the interagency task force. So those officers would be on patrol regularly throughout the entirety of the airport. And we cannot ignore that the airport in itself also have their resident officers. So you are looking more or less at a collaborative effort. And with that level of collaboration, incidents that we have seen in recent times should come to a nil.
Okay. Now, the other thing that I want to find out, we have, outside of this, we have some escapees from the immigration, they escaped from immigration, they were immigration detainees. It was 5 of them, as reported in the paper this morning. I'll just read you a little bit of it. So the police were up to Tuesday evening searching for 5 men who escaped from the immigration detention center in East Trinidad. In a release on Tuesday, the TTPS said foreign nationals Christian Jose Rivero Paredes, Samuel Eduardo Gonzalez Rodriguez, Leuza Omar Meza Font, Jonathan Jesus Carreno, and Miguel Sanchez had all escaped from the center at approximately 3 p.m. It said Police Commissioner Alistair Guevaro visited the center and coordinated a manhunt. Law enforcement officers were actively pursuing leads in the surrounding areas the release added. All right, and the police also urge the public to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity or sightings of the escapees. And there are some numbers here that they can contact, including 999-555 or the nearest police station. Any update on these 5 escaped immigration detainees?
Yes, I am pleased to report to the national public that 3 of those 5 individuals who were arrested last night, we had a complement of officers who responded to the situation, and fortunately they had a level of success in the Valencia area sometime late last night. So 2 is still at large, and the public will be updated accordingly.
Okay, is there any information as to whether these guys are dangerous, individuals?
Well, at this point in time, I don't have that information. However, I am certain that the public will be updated in due course.
Okay. Yeah, because I think it was Ian Allen who was out last night in a repo. He did a video on it. And he said, we have 5 people that escaped, and we have very little information as to if they are dangerous, things like that. And sometimes, I've said, we've had these situations before, and the speed with which we get that information out to the public will only assist the police. Now, I'm not sure if there was assistance in the apprehension of the 3 out of the 5, in apprehending 3 out of the 5. But did you all get any information from the public? Do you know?
Right. What I can say is that they escaped from the detention center, and largely persons who are detained at the detention center, it usually surrounds immigration issues.
Okay.
It doesn't mean to say that that should be a blanket, statement to suggest that
they have a criminal background.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No problem. So 3 out of the 5 held, and we will hope that the other 2 are apprehended during the course of the day. There is another situation that I want to bring to your attention, or to the public's attention. It's on the front page of the paper, actually, which is very interesting. Seems like the police starring this morning, but in a good way. Usually you always be starring in a bad way, but you're starring in a good way. 3 held after yacht intercepted in Portugal. Cops helped DEA in $175 million cocaine bust. So it appears that the TTPS has played a role in assisting the DEA
yes.
in this drug bust. Do you have any information on that as to what type of assistance we may have given?
Well, I wouldn't be at liberty to state exactly what type of assistance was given.
Right.
What I can say, though, is that the relationship between the Drug Enforcement Agency and the local counterparts is a very cordial one, and it is one that has reaped success even in the past. So a lot of persons would not be aware as to the type of work that happens in the background that result in this type of seizure. And hats off to the officers involved. They continue to fly the flag high, as we say in local parlance. And, we would look forward to much more successes of this nature.
All right. Now this brings me to a very interesting discussion with you now. Because, you see, now we know that we have the K9 unit, we know the capabilities of the K9 unit, and we have the TTPS here assisting the Drug Enforcement Agency of the United States of America in a $175 million cocaine bust. And I'm just wondering, we know now, based on this information, that the TTPS has the capabilities to find illegal substances, from drugs to weapons or whatever the case might be. The capability is there. So now I must ask the question, when we look at the gang situation that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, and these gangs and the communities that where they reside, are these is the K9 unit part of those exercises?
Very good question. I can tell you that the K9 officers are in high demand. I can recall when I was a task force sergeant, and for that reason, the manager of the task force at Northern Division, all our exercises were complemented by the K9 officers because we were quite aware as to the level of effectiveness that those dogs bring to law enforcement and to our success rates. So it is something that is continually utilized when we treat with all types of blue-collar crime in relation to firearms and narcotics and other illegal items, even regarding homicide and looking for cadavers and things of this nature. So K9, it's what we will call an invaluable asset to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. And in modern policing, we continue to see how important these units are.
All right, now outside of the K9 unit, obviously the capability is there, because if the TTPS can assist the DEA in a $175 million cocaine bust, I'm just wondering, why aren't we seeing more drug busts and things like that in some of these hotspot areas using the same technology or the same K9 unit because evidence is everything, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
Now, I know if the K9 find a kilo of cocaine in the middle of the bush, the police still can't establish who's the owner.
And that is a very good point that you raised, because we have found that persons have become much more innovative in terms of how they secure their illegal items. And for that reason, as law enforcement, we have to become much more dynamic in terms of how we go about tying in these pieces of evidence to bring persons to account. So we may unearth a large amount of narcotics at a location that may not immediately suggest who's the person responsible for it. But it's based on our scientific approach and the use of technology and so on and so forth that we may be able to determine exactly who's the person responsible for such possession. So it's not always a walk in the park sort of approach. And, for that matter, it's a case of having that multi-pronged type of layers attached to our policing efforts.
And I must ask this question as well, because as we talk about that, I heard the Prime Minister in one of her earlier press conferences, she mentioned that she mentioned Venezuelan women. I don't want to misquote her again. She mentioned Venezuelan women carrying gangs or gang members through Venezuela into South America, down to Colombia, cutting out the middleman. And now we may have gangs in Trinidad and Tobago dealing directly with Colombian drug dealers. And my question is, even if they go down to Colombia, the drugs had to come into the country. Yes?
Of course.
Nice. I remember under Gary Griffith, there was the start or the upgrade of the riverine unit. Was it the riverine unit? Right. Is that unit still operational?
Yes, that unit is still operational.
Okay. So that unit is operational and working alongside the Coast Guard?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, how these things still coming in, Pitt?
Ask the question, Stefan.
How these things still coming in?
Remember, we are completely surrounded by water. And this is not to make any excuse for any agency regarding our ability to man our borders. But in an island state, it is a lot more difficult. It means to say now that we need to review our methods and our measures to see if they are reaping the kind of success that we ought to be reaping at this point in time, considering that, clearly it is still an issue. And I dare say it would continue to be an issue save and accept, we apply the appropriate measures in order to treat with it. So you have identified a real problem, and it's no secret. We can't bury our heads in the sand and pretend that it doesn't exist. But it is, given that we are an island state, it is something that would take a lot of doing.
Okay. I have a question here from somebody who deals with dogs as well, with canines and so on and so forth. And what they're telling me is that the airport always had canine dogs for narcotics, but it was contracted out. It was not the TTPS, right? Or the airport authority dogs. It was a contract that was given out. Now, these dogs are TTPS dogs trained and coming from the TTPS. But what they want to know is they wanted to ask why the canine is centralized and not decentralized, where every station should have canine officers rather than have to call Caroni to always get a dog to go on a raid. So why all stations don't have a canine unit?
Well, that would be the ideal thing, that all stations, all divisions are equipped with their own canine section, so to speak. So what that would mean is that you have to have an increase in terms of canine and the handlers. And yes, it would be ideal. It would add to our ability to be successful. It is something that would mean that you have to allocate. And, that allocation aspect of things is something that the commissioner, the executive may have to lobby for in terms of coming to that reality.
Okay.
But it is an ideal approach, and it is something that we have the firm view that once initiated, it would increase our prospects of success.
Yeah, because these dogs not cheap. These dogs are very expensive dogs.
That is correct. It is very, very expensive. Those dogs are very costly. They are highly trained. In some instances, they are imported, or I should say in most instances, and it's not by any means you are looking at those canines and to the average man, it's just a dog. But
exactly.
They are very costly, they are very trained, and they are very, very effective.
Yeah, I know people will watch it and say, well, some people who don't know that, they might say, but it's a dog. No, these dogs, I remember when we were covering the canine unit and the mounted branch, and we went up there to do a feature. It's the first time I sat down on a horse. They put me on a horse to ride, and I thought the horse was running, boy, and I started a panic, boy. I said, oh God, it's going too fast. The horse was walking, You
see perspective.
But the canine, I remember in speaking with the officers, I remember that they gave me the cost of one of these dogs, and I was like, huh? I was like, wait, these dogs so expensive. I think they import them. I can't remember, it's UK or somewhere they bring them in from. So yeah, it's very, very costly.
It's very costly.
So we need a proper program or some investment into bringing in some more of these canines, so that we could expand that unit to, even if not every police station, at least every division.
Yes.
Yeah?
But as I said, it's something that would warrant that level of oversight, because it would mean an additional allocation.
And just finally here, before we run out of time, and there's about a minute or two left, it appears, for all intent and purposes, from what I'm seeing in the public space, TT rideshare drivers seem to be targets now of criminal elements, where they're calling these rideshares and they're robbing them. Have you all gotten any significant reports in terms of, because I've seen a few things floating around social media, I've seen one or two articles in the paper. Is there any increased reports from TT Rideshare or any concerns raised by them, or any partnership with the TTPS, or any concerns raised by them about these drivers being targeted?
Yeah, well, we have observed based on the reports that were made that clearly TT rideshare drivers are being targeted. To what extent is something that we will have to analyze, and I don't have that information at this point in time.
Okay.
It is cause for concern because we know that they provide a very valuable service. And when persons would want to, compromise that type of service based on their criminal intent, it is definitely cause for worry. So you mentioned something there in terms of whether there has been some level of collaboration to see how best we can mitigate and cause persons to further harden themselves as targets and so on. I can't say regarding how each report would have been managed, but it is clear that you are on the right path in terms of how we can collaboratively manage this situation. So it won't just be a case of how we are able to provide that level of presence regarding the rideshare personnel, but also the levels of communication and whatever activities they are carrying out, how they can provide layers in order to make themselves harder targets.
All right. Well, Pitt, I want to thank you for your time this morning. There is one other thing. Fellas, you have the flyer? Yeah, man, public flyer, man. Yeah, TTPS band, man. So we understand that the TTPS the TTPS band is having a live music concert, Security, Safety, Law Enforcement Expo, and it takes place at, is it Jade Park, 500 Community?
That is correct.
All right, nice, man.
And I say this without fear of contradiction. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service band is the best band amongst all the services. I know there are persons who might be sitting down and saying, what madness with this, right? But it's the best band, right, amongst all the services. And this community have embraced that fact. And it's for that reason that on the 28th of June, there will be a live music concert. And we are asking persons, not only residents, to come and be part of this event. And you will also be able to attest to the statements that I am making this morning.
All right, nice, man. So it's gonna be an evening of entertainment. Is this okay? What is this? Is this like a community building kind of or community relationship with the TTPS kind of event where the community comes out? They have a nice night of a nice afternoon of entertainment by the police band and security and safety issues and law enforcement. Because I'm seeing the expo there. They get a little education on that. Is this meant to kind of close the gap between the community and the TTPS?
Stefan, as usual, you are absolutely correct. So this is amongst our community policing efforts in order to close that gap between the community and police officers, so that that level of communication, that relationship, it is binding, and for that reason, we are better able to manage whatever situation that the community is experiencing from a crime management perspective.
All right, great, man. I think that's a terrific initiative.
Yes,
I think sports and entertainment is the way to go if you want to, engage the community and deal with people in the community and build back the relationship between the TTPS and the community so that there's more confidence in the TTPS.
Of course.
I think the new commissioner might bring some of that too.
Yes.
He seemed to be off on a good foot, so we will see where that goes in the future. All right?
Of course.
But thanks a lot, Pitt.
Thank you for having us, and you be safe, Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, man, take it easy. That is acting ASP Pitt on the inside, and Edinburgh 500, the TTPS band will be playing for you on the 28th of June from 3 p.m. at Jade Park. All right, Jade Park, Edinburgh 500. In Shogunas, you could go out, you could take in live music and the entertainment, and they're inviting you to this evening of entertainment. All right, Security, Safety, and Law Enforcement Expo also on that same day at the park. So go out and engage. It's the opportunity to speak to your friendly neighborhood police, so do so. All right, as you have the opportunity granted to you. All right, now, we got to go to the break. Just before we go to the break, gentlemen, had a 15-year-old thing here, boy. Jeez. Eden Nights. So we got Eden Nights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, halotherapy, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, oxygen baths, and more. They also offer consultation services, and you can get consultation in live blood analysis, diabetes, sport injuries, heart disease, knee, shoulder, back pain, and more. You could visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Trin-City, Chaguanas, or Tobago, and you could give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You could also WhatsApp them on 493-9196 or email them at edenightsdistributors@gmail.com. Also, we want to remind you about JNP Pest Control. JNP Pest Control Limited, experts in all types of pest control ranging from termites to rodents, ants, cockroaches, lawn pests, and much more. They are armed with the latest techniques and technologies, including fumigation for drywood termites. And JNP Pest Control's professionally trained staff, they are ready to tackle even the most difficult infestations. So for a free inspection and quotation, contact them today at 61 to 65 Covine Road in Diego Martin. You could also call them at the office on 227-0835, or you can WhatsApp them on 250-8397. You could also email them at jppestcontrol@hotmail.com. Get in contact with them today and let them shield your home or business from pesky pests. And we also have Flow. That's right. So at Flow, customers are at the heart of everything they do, and Flow is committed to keep your rhythm flowing by being close when you need them and keeping you seamlessly connected. No hurdles, no hassles, just round-the-clock support from people who understand what you need, with 24/7 WhatsApp assistance and an all-in-one self-service app that makes it easy to manage your account, and in-store support when you need a familiar face. And Flow is now more accessible to you than ever before. They know that you depend on them for service that just works, so they're always improving their network and always working diligently to minimize interruptions. And if there's ever a problem, Flow will do what it takes to make it right. At Flow, they keep your rhythm flowing no matter what. We take the break. When we come back, hopefully we'll get to the phone lines and get your thoughts on the K9 unit and much more. Stay tuned.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their two locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, San Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Why don't we just run away, run away, run away to St. Vincent and the Grenadines via AIA for a holiday? Pack the things, let's go. Come with me right away. Right away.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle from the first restaurant in 1968 when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Elevate 2025 University Fair, Trinidad. This is more than just a fair. It's a space to connect, to ask real questions, to upskill and transform your future. Meet top universities from the UK, USA, Canada, and Caribbean, plus local institutions, companies and establishments, dignitaries and Caribbean alumni. Hear from a team that gets you real advice, real opportunities and real success stories. Just a community pushing you higher. Benefit from university placements, admission guidance, career networking, scholarships, insider tips and mentorship. AJ Academic Agency has invested in your success from application to alumni. Join us Sunday the 6th of July 2025 at the Hilton Trinidad from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Entry is free. Elevate your options. Elevate your network. Elevate your future. Visit ajacademicagency.com to learn more.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 868-384-3844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, so we're back on the inside, people. And as we return, we have another headline to show you, but we'll put it up in... All right, you done gone with it. All right, yeah, it was quick on the draw there, boy, like Billy the Kid this morning. All right, so Hilia is out. Hawaii tipped as replacement. So this is what is happening here. This is the development here. This is up to 2 hours ago. This article came out, so at 5 a.m. The appointment of Dr. Alvin Hilia as governor and chairman of the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago has been revoked. He is tipped to be replaced by former Minister of Finance Larry Hawaii. The Express understands Hilaire's appointment was revoked yesterday by President Christine Kangaloo at the request of the Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa-led cabinet. Sources told the Express that the government took this decision because Hilaire was not cooperating with providing information, in particular regarding the ongoing foreign exchange crisis, among other reasons. Hilaire was first appointed governor and chairman of the Central Bank on December 23, 2015, according to the Central Bank's website. His term was renewed twice and was due to expire in December of next year, 2026. All right? So the Prime Minister has made her move in terms of the Central Bank governor and that information that she requested and his unwillingness to cooperate in providing the information. So she has simply said, we will stand whatever consequences, whether you want to take me to court or wherever, we had to pay you off for the rest of your contract, wherever it is, yeah, goodbye. And Larry Hawaii is on his way in, according to the information given by the Express this morning. All right? All right, so we're going to take some phone calls because we have 6 minutes. All right, we got 6 minutes. I have 6 minutes there, people. So, you know, we got Pastor John coming up at 7:35. No, I don't have 6 minutes just now. I have 11 minutes. Well, yeah. All right, so we go in here. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Stefan.
Yes, my dear, go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning, my dear.
I am so elated this morning. Good move by the Prime Minister. Good move.
Okay.
Take them out of the hole. When I sit down Monday and I went out and I hustled to come back home to listen to Parliament, 1-point-something million inbirth to a new office.
Yeah.
What kind of madness?
Yeah.
What kind of madness these people have been going on with? The reject from Tobago getting 70,000 a month.
Yeah.
This is craziness. Find the money, dig them out, throw them away, get rid of them.
Okay.
Let us breathe. Let us breathe. I'm feeling good this morning. Hilaire plain Pajan. Get rid of them. Send the consequences wherever down the road.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Thanks a lot. Yeah. And it's the same thing that we were saying just a little while ago, you know. One of the callers said, listen, we want action. We don't want to talk. Well, action coming. You don't want to cooperate. You don't want to give us the necessary information that we are requesting. Well, okay. Bye-bye. Morning.
A very, very good morning to you, Stefan.
Morning, man. What's up?
All I have to say today is I would like to wish you and your dedicated crew and staff at Synergy, and by extension, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, do have a nice and safe day. Thank you.
All right, no problem. You seem to be contented with what's going on. No problem. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Morning, man. Go ahead.
Persons leaving their posts is one piece of action, but I really hope we could get the results we need. This thing with the airport, the airport move with the dogs and the police and all that.
Yeah, the canines, brother. The canines. Don't say dogs. The dog might feel insulted. Canine, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
The next time when I'm here, man, they see my bag, they decide to bite it up for no reason. Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, the airport security, as far as I know, the salary is very good, And I'm very disappointed of the robberies that take place, and then
and the shooting, yeah.
It's good to see the police. It's good to see the police stepping in any place. I just feel safe when I see police, no problem. But the airport authority and the airport security have a lot of stepping up to do. In my estimation,
I agree with you.
They have a lot of stepping up to do.
I agree with that.
They're getting paid, and they're getting paid well as far as I understand.
Yeah.
And they had to do more than just harassing me when I come to pick up people or drop off and then kind of thing. They had to do more than just parking issues and who could stay and who could load up and who
Exactly. No, but you bring an excellent point to the table. It's like that is what is security for. Is to tell you can't park there for more than a minute.
Isaac, and when you go to other airports in New York and all over, the airport security have a smile. The airport security have a smile on their face, and they're doing the security very good.
Yeah.
I don't know why airport security so rough in this country. Anyhow.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. No, that's a good point, and you have to have a smile. The airport is a place that you're supposed to welcome people. It is a welcoming environment because people are coming into your country. It's like people coming into your house. You don't have people coming over to your house, open the door and greet them like a beast. No, you don't do those things. So the airport is the same thing. He's right. And the airport security had to move past telling you where to park your vehicle. He's correct. Morning. I could agree with that, 100%. Yeah, what's up?
Mr. Stephan,
yes,
I want to tell you, this morning, I can tell you when I listen talking to Peter, I want to say it, but I will say it for him. The police service has become independent since the UNC takeover. So that's why now you will see effective policing. And I'm calling out this morning to all them criminals in the voter pad areas to put down their gun. Put down your gun, brothers, because we love you, don't matter what, because we know what you was doing was wrong, but you had a reason for doing it. No, you don't have no reason for doing it, because we have a government who, when they win, everybody win. So you don't have to be running around with these guns. I'm telling you this morning, put down the gun, because the police is an independent institution today, and they will do their work. Thank you, Mr. Stephan.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot. Well, yeah, we have a government, but let's not jump ahead. They ain't do nothing yet, eh? They ain't really. Right? I'm waiting for the media review. The media review for whatever expenditure to be passed and so on and so forth. And once those funds are available to those ministries, now the operations could start turning and things could start happening, and then we'll see where we're headed. Morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning. With regard to Hilaire, you think he will give out the list before he go? Goodbye?
Nah.
You think he'll give out the list?
I don't think so. No.
Well, that's why he's going. That's one of the reasons. And he shouldn't just be going. These people need to go to jail, man, for all the wrong things they have done. They can't just go home. They need to go to jail.
Well, I mean...
Okay, those dogs nice, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, they're nice. Nice dogs. Well, I mean, really and truly, he hasn't done... I mean, we can't say that he's done anything that warrants him being arrested or anything like that. He's just refused to give information as requested by his boss or his superior. Why he's refusing to give that information, we don't know yet, but we will see if that is established when the changeover takes place and the information is brought forth to the cabinet. Morning.
Stephan.
Yeah, morning.
Morning, Stephan. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't rush. Don't let the people in Trinidad and Tobago. We did what we did. We get what we wanted. Don't let you rush it. Let's take the time, let the people and then work with the 4 things I told them before now. Application, determination, anticipation, and concentration. They go working on it. Stephan, how long have you seen that they're taking a little precaution in the airport in Trinidad and Tobago? Have you ever seen that before?
Well, remember the acting commissioner did say that they would increase the security at the airport based on the last incident, which was the robbery. I was at the time saying, well, listen, we had a murder took place at the airport just weeks before, and that action should have already taken place.
Right.
But now we're seeing a little more, Yeah,
I have a next question again. But we have a nasty habit, whether from home or wherever it is. We just wait for something to happen to do something. You understand me? And that must stop, Stephan. We mustn't wait for something to happen. We intelligent people, we too smart down here to know that something could happen in that little corner, man.
Okay.
You understand this? We just wait for something to happen to get precaution, and that must stop. But we're going to get it done, Stephan. Have a nice day.
No problem, man. I will deal with this independent senator bench tomorrow. We'll see if we have time to deal with that. But I could squeeze about, let me see. I could probably squeeze another call. 327-7400. I think the same caller still on. That's why nobody in. Okay. Hold on. Hello? I hearing like somebody on the line.
Somebody still on that one.
Yeah, morning. What's up, man? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it don't. Yes, the phone.
Why? Okay, just now.
Oh, go the phone. Why that phone sticking out?
Oh, your phone's, I'm not going on there. All right. All right, fellas. Ole, can you call? Because I can't cut it for some reason, or I've not seen it here. Because I know it is happening, you were still on the line. Good thing you didn't say anything out of the way. All right, so we're getting ready to go to the break. We got Pastor John coming up. Oh, I'm watching the wrong phone, man. I'm watching the wrong phone, you know. I had two phones in front of me. I was watching the wrong phone. All right, I'll take this final caller. I was watching the wrong phone. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Stafford, and to your team there at Breaking Dawn doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, man.
I want to first of all say that I'm so happy to see that the governor of the central bank is being changed, because that person used to behave like if the foreign exchange in this country belonged to the PNM people alone. And they can't even give a good account, a good statement of the distribution of this vital foreign exchange to the rest of the population. And since Jawala Rambaran let us know of the big players who sucking up the massive chunks of foreign exchange, poor Jawala was punished by the little imp in parliament and removed from his post. And this one was put there, right? And since then, small people like me, who have a little family, want to make a little trip. You can't even get $1,000 US in the bank. They're giving you $300 US if you're lucky.
Yeah.
While you're seeing all these big players getting massive amounts to bring in luxury vehicles. It was frustrating stuff on.
Yeah.
And so I'm so glad to see that this man is being removed. The arrogance that was in this country for the past couple of years under the PNM government, where only certain financiers was getting foreign exchange. You know what? Small business closed down, Stefan. Small business closed down because they stopped the flow of foreign exchange.
Yeah.
Right? And how much people lose their jobs because small businesses couldn't get foreign exchange. It was terrible, Stefan. So I'm really glad to see now it have a change in central bank, because the gas money belongs to every citizen of every race, creed, and political background in this country, and it should have a much more equal distribution.
All right.
Thank you, Stefan.
Thanks a lot, man. All right, that's a good note to end on. We got Pastor John coming up. Before we get to Pastor John, give me Jameson. All right, so we want to remind you to boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles, such as your cold fighter with echinacea, vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor, and for additional support, you can try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. Chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. Also, Steel Force Caribbean Limited, located at number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. And they are your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set at API standards. They offer a wide range of services for residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and they extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. You can give them a call on 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, reinventing the standards on how we handle steel. And finally, Flow. So Flow, At Flow, their customers are their priority, so Flow is raising the bar and going all out for their customers with a commitment to be your partner that's always within reach and to provide you with a network that keeps getting better, because you, the customer, are at the heart of everything Flow does. Everything Flow does is to ensure that they keep your rhythm flowing no matter what. That's Flow. And with that, we're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, Pastor John will join us. Stay tuned.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready to celebrate a legend and say thank you, Sparrow. This will be the ultimate tribute to the Calypso King of the world.
Education, education, this is the foundation.
Be part of an unforgettable night of music, memories, and magic as some of his younger proteges take the stage to honor and say thank you, Sparrow.
This is no time to say you are federating no more.
All happening Friday, July 25th at the iconic Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah. Showtime, 7:30 p.m. Tickets $300 and $250, but first edition tickets bought by Monday, June 30th cost $75 less.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
Have you thought about where you're going for lunch today? Well, Tante's Creole Food serves the best in local dishes at a great price. They're located at Altars Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. They offer the best in Creole, Chinese, and curry dishes. Don't miss their after-work special and soup Saturdays. It's cow heel, oxtail, pigtail, and chicken foot soup. And also, fish broth is on the menu. Give them a call or WhatsApp 734-3398 or simply visit them at the All-Star Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. Safe and secure parking is also available. Tante's Creole Food, the best in town. Check them out today.
Introducing Open Minds primary school lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
And the shoe on the other foot is noise, you know.
Rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless.
This is unbelievable.
Rhythm is commitment
Let me get
in
ignites here before we
it's
go to the break.
how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance.
I done 622.
Rhythm
But
lives in
Ignites
the
Clinic,
tiny
one of the
beats
most
of our
advanced state-of-the-art
intimate
alternative clinics in the Caribbean. And they
and the
offer a dynamic
seismic
combination of
roars of our
life-changing
biggest
treatments, including
achievements.
prolozone therapy, halotherapy, nutritional
is
programs, weight
resilience
loss
in
programs,
motion. So
oxygen
even
baths,
when
and
things
more.
go out of sync,
And they
we do
also
what it
offer
takes to
consultation
bring
services,
the rhythm
including
back.
live blood analysis,
At Flow,
diabetes, sport
we
injuries, knee, shoulder,
understand
back pain,
your
and more.
rhythm
You can visit
because
them at any
we
one of their 3
live it.
locations in
That's
Trinity,
why
Shawana,
we're
Sport,
dedicated
Tobago.
to building
You can also
a
give them a call on
as resilient as you,
640-8985
with
or
a team of familiar faces working
613-7571.
every day
You can also
to
WhatsApp
keep
them
you
on
on
493-9196 or email them at
Our commitment is to keep
All
your
right?
rhythm
So make
flowing,
sure and check out
no matter
Ignites
what.
today. Also,
Elevate 2025
let me get
University Fair, Trinidad. This is more than
let me get
just a
Palm Star
fair.
now.
It's a space to connect, to ask
Yeah.
real questions.
So Palm
to
Star
upskill and
Promotions is giving
transform
your little
future.
star a chance
Meet
to
top
shine
universities
live
from
on national
UK,
television.
USA, Canada, and Caribbean, plus local institutions, companies and establishments, dignitaries and Caribbean alumni. Hear from a team that gets you real advice, real opportunities, and real success stories. Just a community pushing you higher. Benefit from university placements, admission guidance, career networking, scholarships, insider tips, and mentorship. AJ Academic Agency has invested in your success from application to alumni. Join us, son.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning, and as usual, on a Wednesday, we got Pastor John with us. We're 20 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. For the next 15 minutes, you'll join us. So bring him in via Zoom from New York.
You can see me?
All right, yep, seeing you, man.
Okay, good. Good morning.
Nice, man. Morning to you. I understand dysbiosis is the issue this morning.
That is correct.
All right.
Because dysbiosis is what damages your endothelium, and a lot of people don't know how you get dysbiosis. It's nothing you go in the five and dime and buy and say I want 2 for $25 and all the different type of stuff. I see they have you got my disclaimer at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
or something
man.
else?
Don't worry yourself. Everything up.
Okay,
That coming up now. You don't worry yourself.
Okay, thank you. Yes. So dysbiosis is the causative reason why we are sick. Dysbiosis is what damaged the gut microbiome, your endothelium. I might be using words, but let me break it down. Your endothelium is the lining of your red blood vessel. Your red blood vessel, if your 75% of your blood is water, it takes 20 seconds for a blood cell to leave from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. So if the blood is contaminated with dysbiosis, another word for dysbiosis is toxic mess, like the garbage dump. It's an acidic, toxic environment, and if your system is polluted, it stands to reason. Depends on the severity, what kind of sickness you may be diagnosed with or become your medical condition. And it really happens because when people have diet like too much intake in sugar causes dysbiosis. When people have unwashed foods, like you're eating fruits and vegetables and they're not clean, the pesticides, lingering pesticides in the fruits and vegetables create the environment for dysbiosis. Medication like antibiotics. I hate to get somebody angry today, but alcohol, heavy doses of sugar creating in his system create that environment. If a man knows what's good for him, he will stay away from dysbiosis. That's why a lot of men today, the only song they know is Mary Have a Little Lamb. That's all they all over town. They got big mouth, but when they go home, they're singing Mary Have a Little Lamb. That's all they can sing. I don't want to go further, but those who understand what I'm saying, even your mouth, it's very important to brush and do proper dental hygiene, because the dysbiosis could start to create in the mouth like a yeast infection.
Right.
And it creates so much problems like diabetes, arthritis, high cholesterol, cancer, IBS. You just start to name them and you will see it. So this weekend, this coming Sunday at 4 p.m. at Ranison Hotel, I will be doing a free symposium breaking down what dysbiosis is, the importance of taking care of your gut microbiome. All disease begin in the gut, and letting you know why these things come in packages and powder. Because when we put it in packages, there is no oxidizing. In regular dietary supplement, when you buy something and you open it and air gets inside of it, it oxidizes the ingredients. These are packages in heat-treated powder that when you open it, you will be the first person using it when you activate it with room temperature water. So therefore, it is very, very, very important for all of us to take a closer look at our system. Why you're sick with diabetes is because of dysbiosis. Why you're sick with acid reflux? You have an imbalance in the gut. What is this imbalance? It's the lack of lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. Lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, everyone at birth were born with it. Not you. Everything I'm saying, this is AI and Google time. You can actually Google what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the
that's true, eh?
lactobacillus and the bifidobacterium is what the phytopower pack will restore back into your system. So when you have this biosis, you have like, instead of you have bifidobacterium, you got fusobacterium, H. pylori, endotoxin. You got all the different types of bad acidic stuff in your body. Another way to understand it good, if you're in church, you will understand good over evil or good over bad. So if the system, good is ruling the body system, you will get good results. And if evil or bad is ruling it, you get bad results. And this is why if someone have diabetes, we go directly to fix the dysbiosis and get a balance in the gut microbiome. Now, when you eradicate dysbiosis, it means your system is alkaline.
Okay.
You move from dysbiosis to alkalosis. It means that your system is 7.365. When your system is 7.365, it means that you have a strong immune system. Your phagocytes, your lymphocytes, your neutrophils, your monocytes, your macrophages, and your monocytes are all functionable. When the immune system is strong, your endothelium, the lining of your red blood vessel throughout your entire body, is clean, could send oxygen to the brain, nutrients to the brain, to the liver, to all parts of the body. Therefore, you will not be sick. You will not even be fat because the adiponectin will be very high in the body because of a clean environment.
Right.
So therefore, every single person that is sick today, from a mild fatigue to a life-threatening disease, the causative problem is dysbiosis. Now, sugar is what caused dysbiosis. So we now know added sugar is an evil thing to have in a cabinet. A lot of people scared of Jumbie and Obia man and everything, but you have sugar in your house. Sugar is worse than the Obia man.
All right.
Sugar worse than if a man take you with a coquille broom and beat you with a coquille broom. Take casting out spirit out of you. Sugar is so bad that it will take down the greatest of the great. I don't care how much money you have in the world. I don't care how broke you are. I don't care what nationality, wherever you come from. Too much sugar in your system, it will lick you up. And that's what creates dysbiosis. And what dysbiosis does? It creates chronic inflammation. Therefore, when we say chronic inflammation is the root cause of every disease, it's the same thing of saying dysbiosis is the root cause of every single disease that exists in the world because of the environment is riddled with toxic. It's like if you live in an environment whereby every minute you have to run in a bunker, like some people live in some countries, that's a dysbiosis environment. Or you live where it's peace and harmony, that is a clean environment, a harmonious environment. It's the same thing with our bodies today. We must put the right stuff, and that's why I recommend the sugar blocker immune booster power pack. This power pack contains the sugar blocker that will restore the endothelium, block the sugar, from damaging your endothelium. So anyone with acid reflux, you need to eradicate and clean out the lining of your red blood vessel. The immune booster, to restore the immune system, like in America, I don't know for Trinidad, but coronavirus making a comeback in America. She says she didn't leave yet, so she come back for last lap. And right now, it's on the rise in America. You need the immune booster. So people in Trinidad all over the world, start to strengthen your immune system. Don't get sick with this, because they said the second time she is better than bad. Coronavirus, which is COVID-19. And we give you the 84 different ingredients to restore the lactobacillus and the bifidobacterium back into your system. And when it get back into your system, you can live good again. You can literally be obese, type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, autoimmune disease like lupus. Autoimmune disease is like you take a subscription and say, don't dig nothing, every month give it to me. That's autoimmune disease. No, seriously. It happens automatically. Boy, don't dig nothing, every month give me my sickness. Rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, disorders like depression and anxiety is because of dysbiosis. Stress, dysbiosis, autism. 1 in 40,000 children or people in America in 1990 was suffering from autism. Now in America it's 1 out of 31. All those red, just die to put in foods that one company said now, tell America, give them 2 more years and they will take it out of the food. And giving children all the different stuff you see. The dye in the food, the colors in the food is creating dysbiosis and affecting the brain. Right. And people wondering why so many children are sick with autism right now. Over and over. Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. You have people, you might suffer from cardiovascular disease, which every 38 seconds, someone died from cardiovascular disease in the world today. Diabetes is a cardiovascular disease. Heart disease is a cardiovascular disease. Angina is a cardiovascular disease. And you're dealing with people with leaky gut syndrome and all the different disease, arthritis, high blood. Could you imagine high blood pressure? 1 in 3 adults is diagnosed with high blood pressure or high cholesterol.
Yeah, and well, high blood pressure really are no symptoms, as far as I know.
I don't know symptoms. It's a silent killer.
Yeah, your pressure could. I went and take my pressure when it was day before. I went and take my pressure was like 140 over 103.
You see, so you gotta be careful because you don't know it.
Yeah.
High blood pressure, that's mama got you. They tell you, boy, everything fine and all. You're looking good, man. Go ahead. And next morning they can't get up.
Yeah, so it is me.
No, it is mama got you.
Yeah, no symptoms at all. I mean, I sat down there and I was like, Ole sure get the right reading, 140 over, but I feeling normal. And his doctor told me, say, well, it really are no symptoms, you know. You don't feel lightheaded, you don't get no headache, you know, high blood pressure or something like that. It's got a symptom. It just happened. So, yeah, same thing that you're saying there. The doc was telling me, silent killer.
It's a silent killer.
Yeah.
High cholesterol also, silent killer. Tell her, look how nice you're looking and all kind of people calling in the street and suiting you and all kind of stuff and she looking good. And you say, oh my God, you didn't know. Because it's a silent killer. That's why you need the power pack. I've been teaching people. And this weekend, I will be volunteering my time as I travel to Trinidad, Cayman Islands, Sweden, and all different countries to do symposiums. I don't charge for these symposiums. They're all free. Come and get educated. I speak for about 90 minutes. Then I intermingle with the audience, taking questions, and teach people how to live a healthier and better life. I will be there one day, Sunday, at the Renaissance Hotel, volunteering my time, 4 p.m. Sunday evening, teaching about health and wellness, because people need to take their health seriously.
Yeah.
The kind of stuff people have today, I am telling you, some people call me from this program with 5 and 6 things wrong with them. 10 stuff wrong with them.
Well, I mean,
and when they finish talk to you, they come back and tell you, oh, I forget to tell you this happened and that happened also.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would imagine Sunday is going to be a good day. Well, we at 7:55, so we just about out of time, but Sunday is going to be the day that you will be at Radisson at, is it 4 p.m. you said?
4 p.m.
Yeah. How you do these things for free, man?
How you what?
How you doing this thing for free?
Because I'm a missionary and I work with different groups, and there's a lot of people that need information, and I dedicate my life to health and wellness after surviving cancer. Cancer in the 4th stage, having coming from being in hospice and given another chance to live. When I refused surgery, I refused chemo, I refused radiation, and God still pulled me through. Is a lot to thank God for. So as a pastor, I go to a lot of churches. This one is done in a hotel, but most of the places I'm going to is churches I go to and give lectures.
Yeah.
So this one, they organize it. A few people put it together. They organize it and they brought me in. But I volunteer my time to see, wait a second, somebody needs that educational help. Because a lot of people are telling people, take this, take that, take this, take that. And many times it does not work.
Yeah.
So somebody, if they need to get educated, I will teach it over and over and over. So that's what I dedicate my life to as a missionary, to teach people how to live a healthier and better life. Thank you.
All right. So that is Pastor John, people. And of course, you can get on to Pastor John via WhatsApp. And you can find out more about the product. It is 15162867079. That is the number that you can WhatsApp him on, 15162867079. And Pastor John will be in Trinidad and Tobago this Sunday at the Radisson Hotel at 4 p.m. for a symposium, which is absolutely free. You do not have to pay. It's free information.
Anybody can attend to it. Yes, everybody.
All right. So, Pastor John, see you then.
Thank you. God bless you.
All right. So, we got to take our final break. We have some birthdays to get to, which we will get to when we return. But just to remind you, before we go to the break, parents and teachers, listen up. That's right. Palmstar Promotions is back with the 4th annual Spelling and Vocabulary Challenge, and your child could be the next spelling star. Happening July 12th at Lowlands Mall. It's open to standards 3, 4, and 5, ages 9 to 12 plus, including homeschool students. Top prize is a desktop computer for the school with the most student entries and points, plus loads more up for grabs, tablets, medals, and exciting surprises. Shopping at Charon's in Tunapuna, Trincity, and San Juan or Diego Martin will get you 5% off any Cote Se Cote La dictionary. Just show the flyer or a pic of it on your phone. Register now by visiting Palmstar Promotions or call Auntie Esther at 4712604. And remember, no uniforms, dress elegantly casual. It's time to listen, learn, and shine only with Palmstar Promotions. We will be back with the birthdays, anniversaries, and condolences after this.
Elevate 2025 University Fair, Trinidad. This is more than just a fair. It's a space to connect, to ask real questions, to upskill and transform your future. Meet top universities from the UK, USA, Canada, and Caribbean, plus local institutions, companies and establishments, dignitaries and Caribbean alumni. Hear from a team that gets you real advice, real opportunities, and real success stories. Just a community pushing you higher. Benefit from university placements, admission guidance, career networking, scholarships, insider tips, and mentorship. AJ Academic Agency has invested in your success from application to alumni. Join us Sunday, the 6th of July 2025 at the Hilton Trinidad from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Entry is free. Elevate your options. Elevate your network. Elevate your future. Visit ajacademicagency.com to learn more.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
No time to waste this vacation. Join Elders Classes Vacation Bootcamp.
Our vacation program has a wide range of CSEC subjects. Also, this vacation, we have an 8 weeks conversational Spanish course. Tradition allows us at Elders to pass on what we know and what we love.
Drill them this vacation. No kicks. Join your batch.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47 Lot 612 Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47 Lot 612 Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Ready to unlock your potential? Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results. At Open Minds, it's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.com.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji, are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh G. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh G at +18683843844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning. And as we return, we have a wedding anniversary that we'll get to first off. So we got to say happy 75th wedding anniversary. Going out to Mr. Munda and Sunya Mohan from Indra and Seoul. 9 children, 16 grandchildren, 9 great-grandchildren, 1 great-great-grandchildren, sons-in-law and daughters-in-law from Indra and Seoul. All right? 75th wedding anniversary. Wow. That is really is. 75th, eh? That is just the age of the anniversary. So we don't even know the age of the of Mr. Munda and Sunya here. Wow. Also, good morning, Stefan. I would like to wish Mr. Zahir Ali of Glimmer of Hope Foundation happy birthday. May Allah continue to bless you to continue making families throughout the country happy. You always put people first. Amir and his brothers appreciate all you do for them. Have a wonderful day from Adita and family. All right, so happy birthday to you, man. Also, sending birthday greetings to Mr. Ricky Bawan, coming from his wife and kids, wishing him many more wonderful years to come with good health, strength, and prosperity. Love and blessings always. Have a wonderful day. So that is birthday greetings to Mr. Ricky Bawan. Also, happy birthday going out to Karina. Karina Reese coming up from her mom Charlene and the rest of the family. So Karina, happy birthday to you. Karina celebrates her birthday today, 25th of June. Another June. Another Gemini. Yes. Listen, it's the best zodiac sign on the whole planet, you know, is Gemini, you know. You can't go wrong, you know. Yeah. All right. Also, happy 3rd birthday going out to Marcus Sirio from his entire family. Marcus, happy birthday to you. Have fun, man, at school today, man. Yeah, man. Easy, Marcus. Yeah. And this is coming on from your entire family, yeah, Marcus? All right. And also, good morning, Stefan. Do wish my beautiful granddaughter, Saraya, a happy, happy birthday. She turns 10 years today on Wednesday. And this greeting coming out from the entire family. So, Saraya, happy birthday to you. Yeah? All right, nice. All right, those are the birthday greetings. I do have some condolences to send as well. Got to say condolences going out to the Nualo family on the loss of Colin, Nualo, Uncle Colin. As he's fondly known, well, to me and the rest of the family. Passed away yesterday. I believe it was pancreatic cancer is what he was suffering from. And, you know, he will be missed dearly. All right? So, you know, I don't even know what to say at these times, you know, boy. But I know that, you know, condolences going on to Auntie Juliet and cousins Corinne and Crystal, and the rest of the family of Colin. But, you know, he passed away yesterday. And like I said, nobody can eat a crab like Colin. All right? Nobody can dissect a crab like Colin. I remember that. And at times, nobody could snore like him too. But he will be missed. Very, very cool, you know, down-to-earth, approachable person. Very kind. And like I said, he will be missed. So people, we got to wrap things up for today. And as we put it away, here now, I got irrigation in my ear the other day, boy. I just thought it was a little pricey, eh? I thought it was a little pricey, boy, fellas, boy, 1,300. Yeah, boy. Come my ears was clogged on Monday. I couldn't hear boy on his wax, eh? Right? But the doctor told me I was doing the right thing. He said, you're not supposed to stick anything in your ear and clean your ear and that kind of thing. Your ear is self-cleaning. So he said, don't study people with using a ear pin. And boy, I was in a state of discomfort Sunday and Monday. Eh? And I said, to hell with it. And I went Monday evening to get this irrigation. The ear that was clogged though, when he looked in the right ear, he said, all right. When he looked in the left ear, he said, you know, you have more in the left ear than the right ear. I said, but he ain't good on the left ear. He said, well, boy, you have more in the left ear than the right ear. Brother man, I ain't lying, eh? It's the first time I experienced that irrigation. You ever had one? Or you never get that irrigation? Aye. Okay. Huh? No. They just take like a liquid, I don't know if it's water or whatever, and they flush it out. So they squirt the water that's going and push everything out. You understand? And clear the air. The only thing I feel is like, depending on like how much pressure they use or whatever, you might feel a little dizzy. You know, like when people spin you around in a circle, and they say, well, all right, and they stop, and the whole room does be spinning, yeah. I experienced that yesterday. But boy, I didn't think it would have cost that kind of money, $1,300. Huh? Well, they said the consultation is $400. But the consultation was, you know, you're allergic to anything, you're on any kind of medication, you have any pain in your ear, you experienced anything like this before, boom, that's it. Just about 5 questions. And anyhow, probably went by a more expensive doctor than yeah. Anyway, it was interesting, but I could hear clearly now. So all the little whisper in the back there. Take into consideration, not only my ears big, but they cleared now. So everything, I could hear everything. Right now? Yes. That's the only thing I can hear is sign language right now. Anyway, we wrap up for today, people. Tomorrow is Thursday. We have some guests coming in studio tomorrow. We have Dr. Watson as well. And then on Friday, we also have a guest in studio. We have actually one of the 2 Dotish men, Tim Timal, will be coming in. He has a production that he'll talk about. So he's coming in to talk a little bit about that. So Thursday and Friday, we have a few guests passing through. But all in all, we will keep tabs on all the action as it takes place. And you all be safe out there today, all right? And every day, be careful on the roads, all right? Especially, we got some good weather yesterday. I don't know what the weather is going to be like today, but whether the road is wet or dry, we have a responsibility for each other, to look out for each other and not endanger anybody's life, all right? So do not drive irresponsibly. Take your time, drive within the speed limit, abide by the laws of the land, and you will be okay. You will reach home, you will see your family, and you will have a good day. Until tomorrow, we out.
Good morning. Welcome